What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Week 8. We are back in action with the Valley State Crusaders. And this week, we take on Bowling Green. Last week, we had a huge loss to the Toledo Rockets out of Toledo, Ohio. You can see there, 66-35, by far the worst showing of the Valley State Crusaders this past season. So we are looking to improve that. We do have some good news. As we take a look here at the recruiting, we've got some updates, and I'm really excited to share these with you. First of all, we'll talk about the visitors. We have got a lot of potential Crusaders coming to campus this week. Andre Sutherland, the athlete, Tim Madison, Will Kent, Charlie Cole, Richard Armstrong, the fullback, Lawrence Norman, the athlete, Chris Smith, the athlete, Julian Dixon, Jason Mason, Gabe Hines, Matt Lowry, and Omar Booth. Pretty much the entire board coming to watch this game against Bowling Green. We cannot have a meltdown like last week. Some of the good news, we have more commits. Committing to Valley State, Anthony Jackson out of Donna, Texas. The D-end finally gives the green light and will be a Crusader next season. Joe Andrews out of Illinois will also give the green light, and he is going to be a Crusader moving forward. We've had Joe and Anthony on our board from the beginning and been pursuing them consistently. It finally pays off, but probably one of the big changes that we are having this week, I talked about it last week. Mike Brown would be an absolute game changer for our defense. But we are falling so quickly. You can see we're already 1,000 points behind, and now we're below the projected cutoff. So I just don't see any possible way without just dumping points. And even if we got to the offseason, it would be a battle to get Mike Brown to come to Valley State. So probably going to be an LSU Tiger in the future. But we did our best. Just before we get into the game, I just want to show all of the players that are visiting this week. Jason Mason, we've got quite a lead. Would love to see Jason get locked up and be a cornerstone of this offense in the future. Gabe Hines, we had 400 points on him last week, and you can see Pitt starting to make a little bit of a push toward Gabe Hines, who we've had on our board for a long time. They have a bigger bonus, so a little unnerving to see Pitt here coming from behind. So Chris Smith. What's interesting about Chris Smith is the game called him, I think, a wide receiver, which is understandable. His route running is incredible. His catching is good. But gosh, I really like him at quarterback. With the speed, acceleration, throw power, and accuracy, he'd be better than our current quarterback, Jackson, potentially. Certainly as a true freshman. Lawrence Norman also visiting this week, the athlete. Omar Booth visiting this week, so hopefully we can get him locked up and push Ohio State out of the picture. Charlie Cole, the quarterback, gonna visit Valley this week. Tim Madison, the defensive end. As you can see, Purdue starting to make a little bit of a push. Will Kent is coming to campus, and you can see Rockford Blue Raiders really making a push on Will Kent. So we upped our points a little bit on Will. I think we were only at like 100. So we upped it to 400. We don't want to lose Will Kent in these later stages of the game. Marlon Sanders is again in the battle with Texas. He's coming to week 11. Julian Dixon will be here this week, as it looks like our user opponent, Southeast State, is making a push for Julian Dixon. And he's going to be visiting us this week, so hopefully that will put him out of contention. Matt Lowry will be visiting this week as well. Does have a scholarship offer, but no points from us. Sutherland is also visiting. No scholarship yet, but maybe after this week we will offer a scholarship. And of course, the fullback we mentioned. So a huge week. Just some things we need to do. Rush for 100 yards. Rush for 100 yards, pass for 250. And that's going to be pretty across the board. Linebackers got to have sacks. Let's see, D-line's got to have a day. 3 sacks. I guess it's possible now. After the performance last week by Devontae McDermott, a school record for Devontae McDermott. Most sacks in a game, 3 from an individual. With everything said, we've got to have a big game. This is a huge matchup in Week 8 for the Crusaders as they take on the Bowling Green. Falcons, I believe. So we are going to get into this MAC conference game action. And here we go. From Oak Grove, Illinois, Week 8 action as Valley State Crusaders set to take on the Bowling Green Falcons. This is a huge game. We are well aware of it. The entire recruiting board pretty much here for a visit this week against Bowling Green. Black helmet, black top. It worked the last time we were at home. It's MAC action. So we've got the black unis on here today as we continue conference play. 1-1 so far on the season, 3-3 altogether. We are looking to stay above 500 after this week. Dahl set to kick this one deep. And we have got to put some faith in our defense to start this one. For the first time, the Falcons take the field here in Oak Grove, Illinois. We need a big stop from our defense. They've got to play lights out today. As we try to take away the middle, but there was crossers, so it was tough. As Osborne picks up 14 on the opening pass of the day, McDonald 1 for 1. That'll bring up a fresh set of downs for the Falcons as we get back into action. Hubbard. Clement, got to have a tackle here. He does make the play, but after a pickup of 12, 1st and 10 Falcons, as they are looking good in the all-white uniforms here in the Valley. Golly, we missed again, man. Elgin Bowen with a shoestring tackle to finish it, and it's so disappointing because we hit the hole perfectly, and I don't know what animation we need from our linebacker to make that play. That should be stopped in the backfield without any doubt. We're going to switch it up here just a little bit. We'll see how much different we play. We will be McDermott. And it doesn't seem to matter. Terrion Stewart, 25-yard rush, as we tried to be the defensive end there for the first time in a long time, and the result's similar. So broken tackle as he powers through our safety there, and quickly Bowling Green is threatening inside the red zone. 1st and goal from the 5. Man, I even thought I gotta switch that. McDonald on the quarterback keeper. And he is going to have 6 as Bowling Green will go up pretty quickly here on Valley State. And it was a tough start for the Crusaders, as most drives are. 7-0 Bowling Green on top of the Crusaders. Marquise Jackson taking the field after a record performance last week of 5 touchdowns through the air. School record for Jackson last week, even though we also had probably a school record of interceptions. With the Crusaders on the field for the first time, they've got to have a big game. Lots of recruits here today as Jackson's going to have the keeper. And we are again swarmed as we are going to have to be looking for something different from our offense. That is pretty clear today. Going to come out in a 3 wide receiver look here on the right-hand side of the field. As we find Jeff Hunter for a scamper of 8. 1 for 1 is Jackson. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3, Joe Osborne with the reception. Picks up 14 for the Crusaders. That's going to move the sticks. And already off to a better start compared to last week. Again, we're going to try to get the ground game established. It's been really tough with the O-line. They're bringing people up in the box, so we will adjust this here. Looking for Allen. Allen looks good on the corner route. Going to pick up 11 on the reception. They did bring him in the box, so we stood up to the challenge and are going to pick up first down. 3 for 3, 33 yards for Jackson so far through the air. As we are on the Bowling Green side of the field now. Majerus could get the ball, big hole up the middle. Majerus has a seam, 25-yard pickup for Jake Majerus on the read option from Jackson. Big pickup, and finally some big blocks from the O-line. That sets up a 1st and 10 for the Crusaders, as they're going to bring a safety down deep here, and that could open up an opportunity. And they dropped a D lineman back in coverage. So we're just going to scamper out, pick up 8 for Jackson on that play. 2nd and 2. As we have a pretty favorable matchup here, and our O-line just cannot get up to the 2nd level. I don't think we can run zone. We can't really run power either, so loss of 3 for Majerus on the carry. 3rd and 4 inside the red zone. Got to hold on to that, and he does. Devontae McPherson, huge grab as the defensive lineman falls back into coverage. Going to bring up 1st and 10 from, 1st and goal from the 10. So we got to go back to our bread and butter. We got to trust our best player on offense. That's Edgar Allen in number 5. Left it open. Kenny Cummings. Gonna be short as it's 3rd and goal from gotta be the half. We're gonna call it the 2-yard line, actually. 5 for 5, Jackson is, and we've got to be perfect here. 3rd and goal. We're just gonna go ahead and run this. We were gonna do the option. We're just gonna run it. We need the blocks. We got it. Jake Majerus gets in there. Touchdown, Valley State. That was huge. The O-line stepped up. And we're back on the board for the first time today, actually. Valley State on the board. Barring the extra point, we will be knotted up with the Bowling Green Falcons. Kick is through the uprights. 7-all here in Illinois. Bowling Green back on the field for the 2nd time today. As Hubbard matched up with a tight end here. Actually, the halfback. So we're going to bring a little bit of pressure. Nobody covers the tight end here. Just gets pushed. Finally taken down by 46. Tommy Giardo with a 14-yard reception there. 1st and 10, Falcons, as we have still continued to struggle here. And we just have no block shedding ability, as Jared Green going to fly in after a pickup of 6 for Bowling Green. We're going to show blitz. Gets people up close. We got to change that. We got to change that, man. And this quarterback is an animal. Jared Green's the last 3 broken tackles. What are you... Oh, my goodness. Get out of here. Matt McDonald is a monster. Let's count them. 1. Shrugs off. Elgin. 2. Shrugs off. That was actually Elgin there. Get off my back. I got the team on my back. Touchdown. Bowling Green. And we just got to go ahead and set it right now. Option. Focus on the freaking quarterback. We cannot have that happen again. Here we go. We're back in a barn burner with the Falcons of Bowling Green. McPherson is going to take this one. We need a big spark. I would love to see a big spark on one of these kickoff returns one of these times, as the quarterback has 2 rushing touchdowns, and he is an absolute difference maker for that offense on the opposite side of the field. Back on the field for Valley State is the offense. And it looks like we got him off sides. That's going to be the first.
False start, offense.
Yikes. Get called for the false start. So, tough for us. We're going to start this one behind the sticks. Hate to see that. It's getting cold here in Oak Grove, Illinois. You can see the breath a little bit on our players. Here we go. 1st and 15 after the penalty. And there is nothing. We pick up what we can. And it's going to be 9 on the yard for Marquise Jackson. 2nd and 6 upcoming. So here we go. 2nd and 6. for the Crusaders. Favorable look here. We're going to audible to a run play. Jake Majerus going to be in motion. Going to crash on Majerus as Jackson's got some space, as he will just slide forward for a first down. As we come out in a trips receiver look to our right. Jake Majerus going to get this on a sweep, and there's nothing there. Gosh, our O-line is just horrific. And I mean, they are not communicating. They're not working up the second level. The defensive line is splitting the double teams. And it's been a challenge, to say the least, here for the Crusaders. 2nd and 12 from our own 40-yard line. Just going to go ahead and just power run this. We've got a lot of numbers advantage. Yeah, we pick up 6. You can't complain about 6, I suppose. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 6 after the scamper from Jake Majerus. Jeff Hunter holds on big there. Made some adjustments at the line, so didn't have too much to say. But we come out a 5 wide receiver look. Look for number 1, Jeff Hunter, and he's going to have the reception. Pickup of 14 for the Crusaders and brings up a fresh set of downs. Right back to it, as they've got 4 receivers and 1 halfback in the backfield. For the Crusaders, swing pass to Majerus, as he'll pick up 7. Trying to get Jake Majerus involved here. Again, pick up 7 on that reception. And we are trying to get on a drive. We are really upset about last week. We hated the showing, as Jackson is starting out 7 for 7 here today so far. Read option from Jackson, as Jackson does get hammered. Kind of got pushed down back into the wash of the defense. We were waiting for one of those blockers, one of our O-linemen, to come over and make a difference there for us. It does help, but picks up enough for the first down. Fresh set of downs. We're just going to go ahead and go with the run play here. 1st and 10, Crusaders. And again, they are splitting double teams. We're going to pick up 4 with Jake Majerus. We have enough kind of agility to out-juke that splitting double team. We're going to run the ball here. Going to hand it to Jake, and he is going to shuffle his way for 7 up the middle after the read option from Jackson. That's good for another Crusader first down. Again, we're playing a little mad after last week. You know, we had a lot of trouble with Toledo, and we've got recruits in the house here today, so we can't afford any of those challenges as McPherson comes up with the ball. 10-yard reception for Devontae McPherson. It's going to bring up 2nd and inches for Valley State. Here in the red zone, they're going to crash as Jackson has nowhere to go. Loss of 2 for Jackson, as Bowling Green showing up on defense. 3rd and 2 now. Saw this look last week, ended up being really well for us. Got a couple of check down options. Hunter, McPherson. Trying to fit it in there. Got a touchdown. Devontae McPherson. Great pass. What a bullet from Jackson, as Jackson is livid after last week's performance. 6 interceptions, even though a school record. Touchdown passes as McPherson hauled it in, and we are looking good. The receivers coach worked with our wide receivers last week after so many drop passes. We're all knotted up. 14-14 here in the Valley. Our fans are trying to rock the Valley. Back on defense. The Crusaders take the field. And we need a stop here before halftime. They're going to check it down. We were trailing. We were going to be there for that play. 2nd and 9. Pick up a 1. The clock is winding down toward halftime. 3:50 left here in the first half. Nobody covered the tight end. So they're going to pick up 16. Tommy Giardo. Matt McDonald has been an animal. 4 for 445. Got 2 rushing touchdowns in the day. He's been a beast. 1st and 10. Falcons. Took ourselves out of the play. as Rehab Barnes going to make the tackle there. Terrion Stewart picks up 4 on the carry. Got to make the play, and we're there with Hubbard. They're gonna say pick up a 0, but it does pick up 1 according to the sticks. 3rd and 5 now. Great defensive play finally from Hubbard. As that, we actually did good. I was pretty proud of ourselves there. Man, go with a little draw action. Nothing we could do. Terrion Stewart, pick up a 10. We didn't have enough D linemen in there. We only had 3 front. Makes sense. Thought they'd pass it. Why would they, though? They've been on the ground all day doing great. 1st and 10 here now for the Falcons as they cross the halfway point. Oh, and you got to have the interception. That's Jared Green. Jared Green with the pass deflection. We got to have the pick. That would have been a huge turnover. But it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 now. Hubbard got the halfback out of the backfield. Oh, we've got to have the pick. I don't know how that wasn't. I was there. There was no animation. We were absolutely there. I thought we had a user pick on the screen there. 3rd and inches now. Gosh, that's tough to see, man. This should be 3rd and 10. If not, pick 6 housed the other way. Hubbard! Not enough. Hubbard makes the play. They do pick up the yard necessary. So we're creeping inside 2 minutes here with the first half. As we haven't played too bad a defense, but they've had just enough to make a difference. Gosh, that 3rd down screen was big. Here we go now. 1st and 10, Falcons. Elgin Owen, I should say. Pushes Embry out of bounds. First catch of the day for Embry. He's going to pick up 3. 2nd and 7 now. We are under 2 minutes here before half. And it's every time we've got that man coverage called, they've just got a little out concept that seems to do really well against us. 3rd down and 2, though. Man, would really love to see. We'll bring the pressure. Oh, man. They found the hole, that's for sure. Oh, and Elgin Owens going to make the call. I can never get his name right. Kind of get him botched back and forth. 1st and goal now. They're going to toss it out of bounds. 4-yard pickup for Yardo. 2nd and goal. What do you say, Crusaders? Got to get there. There's nobody there. And they just kept powering, man. Terrion Stewart, 5-yard pickup. I don't even know what 54. That's Dion McPherson. It's like he was just watching him. Look at him. Man, you got to get in there. Make a difference. Be a hero for Valley State. Tough drive from Bowling Green there. So they're going to go ahead. 21-14, Bowling Green on top of the Crusaders. We haven't had a safe week yet. And we have got to absolutely go on a drive. Would love to go into halftime all knotted up, and we'd have an opportunity to get the ball back to start the 2nd half. Just get it off to McPherson. Gonna go ahead and keep that same defensive look on the field. Call the hurry up here. We are looking for the mismatch on the field. We're going to have a big opportunity here with Jackson toward the middle of the field. Just going to go ahead and slide on that one. We got 10 first downs in the game. Big pickup for Jackson on the scamper. Now 1:20 left. Opens up the playbook quite a bit. Time out yet. Give our quarterback a little bit of a break. We finally get some blocks. And I didn't even read it that well. We'll call the hurry up. That looked good. Good pickup of 7. Pickup of 7 for us there. Gotta hurry up here, actually. A little bit of a threat. Same look. It's gonna work very similarly. 11-yard rush for Jake Majerus. 42 seconds left. Be our first timeout. Get our offense a little bit of a breather. Kenny Cummings over the middle. Grabs the reception. 14 yards for Cummings. Now under 30 seconds. Gotta hold the blocks. McPherson misses the block there. As we'll try to get one more play off. We've got some stuff open. I just realized I only have 4 seconds left. Bad clock management. Here we go. Bad clock management from the coach there. As we really need a touchdown. Oh, oh geez, I thought he was going to continue. This could be huge. We've got to come up with a stop. Throw a pick. And that will do it for the first half here. All right, Bowling Green on top of Valley State as we get set to start the second half. Bowling Green up 7 over the Crusaders. As we have got to come out and do something here. McPherson down the sideline with an opportunity. 31 on the return. Valley State back on the field here, and we probably should have settled for a field goal right before half. Didn't end up working out in our favor. And man, the O-line is just really tough, and it really forces us through the air. We're a little limited on options. So it's just been a really tough showing from Valley State so far. But 2nd and 9 now. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Nothing there. And we are caught from behind. The big dog 44. Huge sack from 44. I thought we might have the edge. 44 just apparently had the angle on us. We're quickly in a hole to start this second half. 21-14 as it's 3rd and 16 for Valley State here. Another sack. And, you know, at this point, we were scrambling for our life. And when he dove, I was like, okay, I can make a change. And I right here, I should have thrown to RB. RB's wide open. Tried to load it up. Didn't have it. Didn't have it. We're going to go punt. Here we go. We're back on defense. You know, we're just going to switch it up. We're so far behind at this point. We'll try to beat the D-line. A little uncharacteristic of what we've done most of the season. But we just got to trust that we got something different. There's a fumble! Oh, we don't fall on it. Fumble by Matt McDonald. As who got in there? Devontae McDermott initially gets cut. Looks like McDermott forces the fumble? Yeah, McDermott with the sack. And the forced fumble as McDermott has been heating up this season. Even though he got cut there. 2nd now and 14. And maybe this change of pace will be helpful. McPherson. We'll switch up the look here. We got to get there. We got to get there. 2 broken tackles. 3, 4. McDermott down the field. I think this is going to be roughing the passer on me. I got there a little late.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Coach is pretty pissed about it. But it makes sense. And that was on top of the yards they got there. So not a good look there. Here we go. 1st and 10. Falcons. Going to look to make a play here. Big hit from Elgin Owens. I get that wrong probably every time. Little curl route. And we have been looking a little better at the defensive side as far as using the D lineman. I've liked it a little bit more. It's certainly less pressure because I actually know kind of what to do. We about jump off sides there. And we have got to make tackles, man. McDermott's having a game. Makes the tackle from behind. Terrion Stewart is just an absolute animal, and our defense is really bad at tackling. There is just no if, and, or but about that one. 1st and 10 now, just outside the 11-yard line. Knocking on the door is the Falcons. as they're going to pick up 3. Another broken tackle. I would love to know how many broken tackles teams have had against us this year, because it has been brutal. We've got to get here. We got to get here. We finally do. It's 3rd and 7 now. Tyron Stewart finally loses one. Not sure who made that tackle. Mackey, I believe. Mackey, our right outside linebacker, making the play there. Now 3rd down. This is going to be a pivotal 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 7. Big down for the Crusaders. Gotta hold the Falcons to a field goal at the very least. It is going to be a screen. Mackey is there. The defense is there. Ray Moore, no reception yards. We do hold him to a field goal. That's helpful. Proves crucial that we threw a pick to end the first half if they make this. Through the uprights, 24-14. Bowling Green on top of Valley State here. Western Michigan on top of Ball State in the MAC division. Playing a little bit behind here as the Crusaders offense does take the field again after the score from Bowling Green. Dropped pass. Marquise Jackson hit his target there. But it is going to be a drop, because I don't love the look we've got so far going here. Gonna get Battle out of the backfield, or off the line there. Big pickup for Battle. 1st and 10 for the Crusaders after the pickup from Battle. Crusaders gonna run a sweep to the left. Jake Majerus has a little bit of room. Scampers forward. Pick up a 9 for 21. As Majerus finally finding a little bit of success this game after a few of the struggle bus games in the past. We're gonna try to get this ball to Cummings on the bubble screen. And we do. A little off target, but Cummings gonna reel it in. Try to stiff arm there, but is brought down. Then we do have to get this passing goal. I kind of forgot about our recruits here with all of the struggles that we've had. A lot of room. Jackson gonna have to obviously keep this one. We just want to slide. We just want to slide. We're gonna go ahead and pick up our yards there. It was man all across the board. Forgot about the quarterback. No rush to worry about. Couldn't get away. Wanted to keep it nice and safe. We do got to get our goal. There's Jake Majerus. Majerus with the reception and the touchdown from Valley State. Jake Majerus on the slant. Jackson bought enough time, rolled out to the right, found Majerus. Toward the sideline and up the field we go. Valley State now 21 points. Bowling Green 24. Now within a score. As it worked really well for us last time, so we're going to stay on the D-line. That's my home that I'm accustomed to, so going to try to be a little bit better from there as we get shaken up. And Clement, Great Trail, TFL, Crusader defense, making an impact. We need a stop this drive. Second down and 11 now, and we've got to have a big stop as Valley State is set. We got to make the play. We do. Dion McPherson, the brother of Devontae. Dion on the D-line with the stop. 3rd and 7 now. Could be a pivotal play here in this transition of plays. So we're going to go ahead and say this is going to be a pass. We're going to be McPherson again. Got to play, and it's going to be a screen. We got to get there. Wall! Force him out of bounds. We get the stop. 4th and 5. Maybe we just need to switch to D-line. That's always been where we played this game. I tried to switch it to linebacker, do a little something different. But really, we've just been struggling so bad defense. Not to any help of myself. So we're going to get this ball back. McPherson trying to get the edge. And he does. McPherson down the left side. McPherson's got one man to beat, the punter. McPherson down the sideline, inside the 5, touchdown. Punt return for a touchdown. Devontae McPherson, we've been waiting for it all season long. We knew it was a matter of time that our special teams would make the play. Valley State back on top of this one. Wow, that gets you excited. Almost missed a kick. Iowa State goes down to Baylor. Outside the top 10, and it's a loss. What a display from the defense and special teams of Valley State. Cannot complain about that at all as Dahl set and kicks this one deep to Osborne. What a shift in momentum. As we are going to hold him 30-yard return for Osborne and the Eagles there. All of a sudden, Valley State is back in this one. One final quarter to decide who's going to be the winner here in Oak Grove. It worked so well for us last drive, we've got to go back to the D-line. Where's our boy Deion McPherson? Maybe that's what we've needed all season long. As Deion almost gets there, man. I thought we had another sack. Deion's got some block shedding. And they are going to get the reception there, but now it's 2nd and 14. Back to Deion, and I'm really liking playing with the D-line here as we've got some block shedding ability. 2nd and 14 for the Falcons as they are down for the first time today. We've got to come up and make the play. Hogan stops him, picks up 4. Matt McDonald on the scamper there out of the backfield. 3rd and 10 now for the Falcons as this could be a huge stop again for the Crusader defense. Maybe it's been me all year long. Deion McPherson on the left end, trying to get around. We've got a shot here. Hogan trying to make a play and does! We stop him again! Valley State defense is going nuts. It's 4th and 5. And this dangerous punt return unit is back on the field. Deontay McPherson back deep. He housed one last time he had a chance. Can he do it again? No. Very quickly, no. 6-yard return. But a huge return last time. Woo, boy, what a game we've got here in the Valley. Here we go. As, oh boy, we throw an interception. Not good. Big mistake from Jackson there, and, you know, I thought on the cut, Sheldon, he just doesn't have the speed to get the breakaway like most receivers would. Not a good. We turn it right back over and puts the pressure back on our defense, and all of a sudden, Bowling Green's threatening. We're going back to Deion McPherson, though. We're pretty lighted up. We're lit. We're lit up. As Deion McPherson trying to make a play. We shed the block, but just couldn't get there. Pick up a 9 for Terrion Stewart. Going to show blitz. Isn't going to work out here. Clement with the tackle, but they are going to pick up a first down. 2-yard pickup for Terrion Stewart. And this, you can feel it. This is an urgent drive. This is an urgent drive for the Falcons. You can just feel it in the stadium. We know it is deep. As it's going to be a handoff again. Looking for a big play. Gotta have the tackle. 2 broken tackles again. Pick up a 7. Could have in the backfield. As Terrion Stewart has been an animal for Bowling Green. And we've looked good. They've continued to run the ball. They've really decided that that's going to be a factor for them. Go ahead and show the blitz again. We're not going to bring it. Gotta get there. Oh, man. Hate to see it. It's Trevon Raymore on the score, and he is just shrugging our defense off. So we had a couple back-to-back stops finally for the Valley State Crusaders, and we squander that by throwing an interception. Now 2nd and 5 for the Crusaders after they threw a pick last time on the field. Throw the bubble screen, and Majerus has space down the right side of the field. Jake Majerus on the bubble screen picks up 22 as the Crusaders pick those up through the air. Marquise Jackson, 16 of 19. 2 touchdowns, 2 picks today. The picks have been bad for us. Nowhere to be found there. Jackson airmails that one. 2nd and 10 now for the Crusaders. Set the feet. Find Jackson. Make the cut. Pickup of 23. Excuse me, for Majerus. Not Jackson. As Majerus comes up with a big reception. As he came across the whole field, we rolled out to the left with Jackson. Set our feet. and threw a dime to Majerus. I would personally love this to be one of the absolute last drives of the game, but that is not always the case. We do have a numbers advantage here. We should be able to block this. Hit the hole. Jake Majerus. Good pickup there. Scampers forward for a pickup of 10. We now have 350 on the day for the offense. Majerus is tired, so we are going to sub in Freddie Dykes. And you can see the depth issue we have. Our fullback's playing center. Can't have that moving forward. As Freddie Dykes going to get his first positive carry in a while. Pickup of 6 for Dykes. We're going to go right back to Dykes after that one. And man, our just O-line is so thin. As Dykes tries to cut in, pushing forward. Doesn't quite have it. And all of a sudden, we are absolutely threatening. Jackson trying to get the boys fired up. We'll motion Allen out. Try to get that person there. Didn't work at all. Didn't work at all. Jake Majerus gonna lose 4. It's just we don't have enough power to run that formation. It's pretty much proven. All right, what do you say, folks? 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line. Jackson on the keeper, looking for the block. I would have called him in. Picks up 5, but they're gonna say it's short. 3rd and goal. Do we have a quarterback sneak? We do. We've got to pick up 1 yard. And I'm not going to say that we've ever been good at this, but gosh, we've got to pick up 1 yard. We don't get it, man. Of course. We don't get it. We'll run this clock down. We're going to go for it. All right, we're just going to go for it. Got to get in. We get it. Marquise Jackson puts the shoulder down. We needed that. 55 seconds left in this one. Wow. And our O-line. We were going to call a timeout. Jackson is tired, but he found the strength to find the end zone. 35-31 here in Oak Grove. And we have got to trust the defense. They are, in my mind, going to be passing this ball. And you know what time it is. Deion McPherson, we're at nose tackle now. We have got to come up with some pressure. We are triple teamed, and that's fine. They're going to take a dump. They need a touchdown. No kicks here. We're up 4. For the first time ever, we got a little bit of a lead, but we're on defense. So here we go. Is a cover 4 look, trying to protect a little bit deeper passes as they can dink and dunk, but they need a touchdown to win. Deion McPherson going to be looking for a little bit of block shed. We can't get it at all. Got to have a play here. Broken tackle, but Hubbard going to finish it off. 40 seconds now, as I believe the Falcons take a timeout. So here we go. 40 seconds left in the Valley. McPherson trying. What a hit! Big hit. I believe that was from Hubbard. Wow. You gotta love that, and we're gonna make them beat the zone. Gotta have 4 front. We gotta get a little bit of pressure. Arnold Hubbard was on the tackle there. 5 on the day, 1 TFL. We got Booker. I want McPherson. Here we go. 37 seconds left in the Valley. We get double teamed. Got to come up big. They do get out of bounds. They have a timeout saved in the bank. 30 seconds left in this one. Good clock management from the Falcons so far. 30 seconds left. Up 4. The Crusaders over the Falcons right now. As we need some pressure. We're not there. Nobody's there. Hubbard's going to make the tackle. That is going to take some clock down. Quarterback Stokes, 7 tackles for Hubbard today. Oh, man, this is nerve-wracking as we have 25 seconds left. Clock is winding. We need some pressure from McPherson. And the defensive line until we're going to have it. Oh, we're not there. Got to make the play. Hubbard wraps him up. Clock is winding down. 10 seconds left in this one. They're gonna rush back to the line. It's cover 4. This is gonna be the game. Or they're gonna clock it. They do. 2 seconds left in this one. It's gonna come down to one play in Oak Grove, Illinois. Here we go. Playing deep. They need a touchdown. We want to get the rush. 2 seconds left. This is it. Final play of the day. It's caught. Broken tackle. We lost. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Wow. Heartbreak City has Bowling Green. Comes into Oak Grove, Illinois. And oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. We lose on a heartbreak. We lose on a heartbreak to the Falcons. That's the final score. Player of the game, Matt McDonald, no doubt there, as Valley State pretty disappointed in the performance here today. What a crappy ending to what seemed to be a great day from Valley State. We had to have the win, and it came down to a last-second play. A jump ball. Broken tackles was the key to the story here. What can you do? What can you do? Number 3 all-time. Who cares? So here we go. This was it. Final play of the game. You can see we were triple teamed at the line. There was nothing we could do. At this point, I felt like we had a shot. I mean, there's a lot of Crusaders around. Don't be wrong, there's a couple of blockers. We go for the pick, we miss. Here's one broken tackle, which is understandable, but Kyle Wall had to make the tackle here, and of course he stays in bounds. Super powerful play, and that is how we lose it in Oak Grove. Oh, man. Back-to-back MAC losses here for the Crusaders, and not the start we wanted to see in the MAC division. Real quick, player stats. Valley State's quarterback Marquise Jackson, 17-21. Of course, interceptions has been the key. Past few weeks, we have got to limit the interceptions. Without a doubt, that's the difference maker so far in this series. 2 touchdowns through the air, 207 yards, didn't hit our goal. On the ground, we did have 100 yards rushing, so we did at least hit that goal. 71 with Jackson, 75 from Majerus, a touchdown apiece. And of course, Freddie Dykes got involved, 2 carries for 14 yards. Receiving, spread the ball out, 2 touchdowns. Jake Majerus had 1, McPherson had the other. Cummings, Hunter, Allen, Battle, and Osborne all had receptions in this one as well. 2 sacks given up by Jameel Anderson, mostly our fault. A. Hubbard, best performance of the year so far, 1 TFL. But let's see, were there any sacks? We did Devontae McDermott picking up last week where he did 1 sack on the day. But another TFL, Hubbard and Mackey, so you got to love to see that. But really, I think what we found out is I have got to shift to D-line. I think that's going to be much more productive for the rest of the season moving forward. As much as I like to challenge myself and play with the linebacker, it just isn't good. So we're going to go with the D-line moving forward. We were like Deion McPherson. So that's going to do it here from Oak Grove, Illinois. Welcome back from Oak Grove. Again, just a tough way to lose that one on a last-second throw and 2 broken tackles. You hate to see that. As Southeastern State at 6-1, 3-0 in Conference USA is bowl-bound, as those uniforms do look pretty fresh against Tulsa in that matchup. So we did lose 38-35 on a last-second play. I felt good the whole fourth quarter, really. Threw a pick in the fourth quarter, was obviously pretty detrimental. Top 20 for the Italian baller. He's going to hold on by 2 touchdowns, 49-35. And Scuba Steve will suffer a loss this week, 45-21. This was an important week, and we came up short. You can see again, there's the list of everyone that attended and saw that loss. Hopefully, seeing a last-second loss like that will not be detrimental in the minds of our recruits. I think we're all good as far as our points, so we won't change too much here. Pipeline, we put a little bit of points here into Reggie Hunt, and I believe we have not offered Hunt a scholarship yet. Hopefully we'll be able to do that next week, and hopefully some of these guys recruits that can open up some more points for us. Fullback was also visiting this week out of Clayton, Missouri, JUCO transfer Richard Armstrong. Got a 500-point lead. Would love to get him a little bit more locked in. He'd be a great and immediate impact for us, as we could use him both as a kind of a flex fullback and tight end position. 6', 245 out of Missouri. Putting a lot of points into Philip Hart. He would be an absolute difference maker in our receiving core, who has looked good most of the year, but a lot of drop passes of late. Good speed and acceleration from Philip Hart. We already have Chris Colbert at Illinois signed and sealed for next year. Bill Jackson, another one that we are going for. Of course, we aren't going to change much of the points here. We're establishing quite the lead for Bill Jackson, so hopefully that lock percentage will continue to go up as the weeks go by here. No points on any other tackles as we signed Joe Andrews this week, or signed Joe Andrews beforehand. So hopefully we will see. We did have Andre Sutherland visiting. We hit our rushing goal, but not our passing goal, so not as good as we could have done, and Quentin Norton probably going to come off the board here shortly. Love to lock in Gabe Hines. Pitt really making a big push for Hines here toward the end of the season. Will Kent also with Rockford making a big push. So hopefully we don't lose both our guards. We still are above here on Lowry, but we really want to see Gabe Hines and Will Kent commit to Valley State. Jason Mason visited this week. We got to lock him in and solidify our offense for the future. Tim Madison, of course, visited this week as well. Would love to just get him committed. He doesn't have a huge lock percentage over Purdue. You can see there we still are winning by some points, but hopefully we jump to quite a bit of lead there. Already signed Anthony Jackson on the season. Took our points off of Mike Brown. We're going to go ahead and actually just take him off the board. We're below the lock percentage there, and it just doesn't do much good to stay on there and keep talking about him. He would have been a great asset, but it would have just been an absolute struggle to get him. You know the update with our linebackers. We are looking good. Moving forward, of course, with the leader on James Anderson and Mark Alston new to the recruiting board. Marlon Sanders in a battle with Texas, and Julian Dixon all of a sudden in a battle with Southeast State, who is making a run at the national scene this year. Brandon Sanders would be a nice lockdown corner to get to our team, as we have really struggled in the back half of our defense. But hopefully that'll change as we move to the D-line ourselves. Lastly, last look at our recruits. Chris Anderson did visit this week, so hopefully that will lock him in. That frees up 500 points for next week. Lawrence Norman visited this week. Also a huge lead. Omar Booth visited this week. And then we are trying to contend with Southeast State for the #1 recruit in the nation, Charles Martin. So that is going to do it for this episode. My name is Bulldog. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We look forward to producing more content for you, and hopefully look to see you in the future. You can find us on Twitch, Bulldog Plays Live. Stay tuned for some more future action and hit that follow button and notification bell for when we do go live. If you want other notifications, you can follow us on Twitter at Bulldog YouTube. Outside of that, have a good night.